Okay, it's time. This is going to be the neck for the 601, and I still need to glue the wings on it and all the other stuff. But when I get it to this point, heel's glued up, everything's where I need it to be, that's when I figure out the center of the box, and then I'm going to try to fit this thing in here, make it go all the way through that. So I've already took some careful measurements, and I've drawn what I believe to be the center, and I'm gonna drill a hole in here and then attempt to use a jigsaw and cut the rest of this out. And the cool thing is also, we'll see how this works out, but I was thinking about, you know, because it's going to come back here to the back, and I was thinking about how to get it centered in here and make sure that the neck is square. And I always cut these blocks, so I cut these blocks here for the corner, and then I cut these blocks here for the neck to go through. And would you believe that the distance in between these two blocks is 1.5 inches? So I may not have to do too much work centering this up. We'll see as we get to that point. But the plan is to not mess up the top, have this neck come through here to the back and stop right here. And then of course, I've already said this, but I'll say it again, I'm gonna ghost a pickup somewheres in here. I haven't decided yet. If I can shove it inside of here, I might do that, or I may just opt to just put it in the very easy spot, which would be right there. So we'll see. But I guess it's time to just stop waiting, man. Let's just get on out here and drill this thing out. Now you see this red piece on the front here. I can't pull it off. I'm gonna have to drill through it. The bottom of the neck is gonna be above the bottom of this circle, but I'm pretty sure this red circle is gonna go bye-bye. It's just gonna have to. So here we go. Okay, you guys know the advantages or disadvantages of a jigsaw blade is they definitely don't like to stay straight. And I know that's by design, but sometimes it works against you, which it did in this case. So I was still able to get through it with a couple of dull chisels, because that's all I got, dull chisels, and a shin-to, and I guess some wheel, my wheel to turn this thing into a guitar, and its wheel to, I guess, not want to be a guitar. But anyway, we fought it out for a little while. Here's the remnants from the dust up, and I know this isn't pretty, but we got ourselves the makings of a hole straight through. Pretty square. Been working on it, trying to get it tightened up. So now I think I'm at the point where I can take this thing over and take a little bit of material off the top and slide that joker in there. So yeah, here we go. It's like 83 degrees in my garage, 68% humidity. I don't know what the actual temperature is outside, or the humidity outside, but probably pretty close. So this thing has been whooping me for a little while. All right, we're about to get set up, and I apologize for not showing all of that, but I figured it'd be boring, and I spent the majority of that time getting whooped anyway. So I'm sure you didn't want to see all that, but we finally got it. All right, on to the next step. All right, I'm gonna give you a look at the 601 here. So what I did was I took a pickup cover and cut it. So I'm just left with the ends. And I'm gonna use these ends on the inside of this box to hold down this pickup. So let me bring you over here and show you what that looks like and what I got going on. All right, so here's the plan. So I need to glue these blocks down, but these blocks will be in here. I cut a little channel in this one so that it will feed the wire through there. And I'm using a pickup that tested bad, so I use this as kind of for when I'm doing mock-up rather than messing up a pickup, because these things can be fragile. So I'll use that one for mock-up. So anyway, once I glue these blocks down, these ends will fit over just like this and hold the pickup inside the box so that it won't move or rattle around. And then this lid will slide right over the top so it fits like it's supposed to. So there you go. Now all I need to do is glue up this fretboard so I can get it shaped out. And while I'm doing that, I'll continue working on the inside of this box and getting the wiring done. All right, finally got the fretboard glued up for the 601. Retro. There we go. All right. Little glue spillage. So, oh yeah, you gotta be a little careful when you're doing this to, you know. All right, so now I'm gonna put this back in the box, figure out where to cut it. I want to leave as much of this as possible, but I do want the fretboard to come over this just a little bit. So I'll put it in there, figure out where I want it to go, and then it'll be time to start shaping this thing out. All right, I'm getting really close on this 601. Let me take these pieces out of here real quick so I can show you what I got going on with this thing. But I've got all of the blocks glued down in here, and you see this green wire. So this is going to be a through the box string. So there's the string guides on the top, and I have string ferrules on the bottom. Now this thing came with the picture hanger pieces, or the way to hang it on the wall, I guess, as a souvenir. It just happened to line up with where I needed to put these strings. So you can see the green wire. Hopefully you can see the green wire. Let me turn it that way up. The green wire. So that goes into this ferrule pocket here, and that's what's gonna ground that middle string. And then once the middle string touches the bridge, it'll ground the rest of the strings. And here's the wire coming out of the box. So I've already glued that, or drilled that. Also, see a little channel right here. That's for the wire that goes into where the pickup goes. So the pickup will be right here on the back. So this thing is getting really close. So same thing from the last video. This lid slides in, so you see it's got this lip on it, and I cut the lip off of this side, but I left the end because the end is painted. So, and that is, you know, basically you see the hole for the pickup. I couldn't I couldn't have the bottom of the pickup there and slide it all the way across. So now I can about right there, and then slide it the rest of the way in. And then when you look at it from the end, you can't really tell that I cut that piece off. So there you go. It's just a matter of wiring up the humbucker and putting that in there. Also, here is the bridge. I made it look like a little bomb with a piece of thread on there, so it'll set probably about right here, and so strings will come across. Once that middle string touches it, it'll ground the other two strings. So this one's getting close. So all I got left to do is to figure out the exact mounting spot for the pickup, and drill these holes so that they can hold down the pickup, and we'll be in business. All right, on this 601, getting ready to put it together, but just kind of when you have like a real confined space, I drilled this out 7/8 of an inch, but it's at an angle, so you got to take into account the pieces on the side of this, and especially when you're putting the jack in, you know, plugging it in. So I set it up, and then I had to hollow out the sides a little bit. So I'm gonna line it up over my marks here just to kind of show you, but it's a good idea before you put this together, because there you go, it goes in. Yeah, this jack will be pushing pushing this piece out, obviously, so you got to have some room. So I had to drill some room back that away to allow that to happen. I already soldered the two leads on there, and I ran them through the box. Just figured it would be easier that way. So I'm going to screw this down, and then we're going to hopefully get started with some final assembly here. So here we go. See what happens. It's always a good idea to test your work before you button this thing up. So you saw me test this before I put it in there. I usually test these when I get them, and then probably just every time I handle them, I always at least test them out, because there's so much exposed, kind of fragile, I guess. So, and then obviously once you do your you don't want to have to take this thing apart after you put it back together, so make sure you check your work before you put the lid on it. All right, try and button this thing up. Okay, there it is, the 601 LaBomba. I think it's the bomb, man. I think it came out good. So I did a floating bridge on this one, and I did make this look like a bomb. So it's actually two pieces, so I could get make sure I got the right action. Here's the action on it. It's really awesome. It's got the multi-wood fretboard, as well as the multi-wood neck and heel. Really, really, really cool. I like this thing, man. It's pretty awesome. And it's got a really good back angle on it, so you got really, really good action up here. This has the oversized pickup underneath here, and I measured this earlier, so the strings are about a 1/2 inch off of the top of the wood here, plus, you know, whatever distance down this is, probably another quarter. It's just 3/4, probably 3/4 of an inch or more from the actual pickup through the box strings. So there is the strings. There's also a wire in here, a little green wire in here. That is to ground the strings. It goes to this middle string ferrule. And then obviously when they all touch here, it grounds the whole thing. This thing is, it was a fun build. I do have another one of these, and I am gonna do another one. It will be similar. I think I've learned a couple of things. I'm gonna try a little different approach for cutting out this neck, you know, because remember I had to cut this out and save. I wanted to save the graphics in the top so I could slide this in there. So I have a little bit different idea on how to do that. I thought about taking these off and changing the color of them, but I'm going to leave them. But obviously if I do another one, I am going to change the color and the layout. But I think it's very minimal so that you can see all the graphics on this thing. This thing is really cool. All right, and it sounds good. Now there's no sound holes in there. There's the jack. I pulled out a strap button, but I think putting it way back here may be too far. I don't know if I want to put one on there. Maybe I'll just include one in the box to whoever gets this, and that way if they want to put a strap button on there, maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. So no sound hole, but sounds off pretty good. Not bad. All right, let's plug it in and see what she does. All right, yeah, you can. I think the pickup picks it up pretty well. Let's put a slide on it and maybe add a little juice. I think it'll do all right. So I know this video is out of sequence. This is build number 601, or number 101 for the 601. I do have build video for number 99, 100, and 102 coming out after this. I just did this, I built it at the same time as those, but I did this video separately just because it was such a unique box and a different guitar. But man, I really like the way this thing, I like the way it sounds. I like the grunt. Yeah, really cool. Locking tuners. I really like these locking tuners, so I use these things a lot now. This thing's just really cool overall. I think it might be kind of sad to part with it, but like I said, I do have another box. I plan on doing another one of these now that I've got this one out of the way. There's a couple of, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a few marks, dings on the box here, but you know, from wear and tear during the build, and probably from sitting in the store. There's one right here, a good one, but it's in good shape. The pickup comes right out the side, but it's just in just the right spot. I mean, it's pretty comfortable here when I put my hand, if I'm trying to do some palm muting. So there you go. This is 601, build number 101. All right, thanks for checking out this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.